In today's video, I'm going to talk about Facebook and the NoFap Super Soldiers group. Now, I was shocked to know that this post could create such a chaos. In this group, the user Andrew P. Salmon says there is no relief. Hold on, it's gone. I'll just get it back. I want to read it word for word so that you get the point. There is no relief from NoFap unless you have a female that will satisfy you. If not, you're wasting your time. Now, I disagree totally with this, of course, being in alien mode, but I don't want to overwhelm the poor guy. He probably has zero knowledge at all. So, as I'm scrolling through, I get a load of comments. Some people saying that's a huge lie, man. Another one saying if you can do NoFap hard mode with no girlfriend, money, drugs, or hoes, you got it. Yeah, I agree. Then I believe this Andrew P. Salmon says, all right, I like your answer better than the other guy. If you're certain that it's going to lead somewhere, then I'll do it. Now, let me keep going, because at some point I'll show you. Yes, I replied, that would be me, even better. Alien to Sirak Singh EL. So far, we're having a decent conversation, even though this user is clearly deluded into thinking that women and relationships can help you on NoFap. So let's keep going. Luke Bisgrove, this is not true and not a good thing to be lying about on this page. Agreed? You can't leave this hopeless case. People like him spoil other groups. I'll have to agree somewhat. Supposedly it helps with money and health, though, mental and physical, in theory. Well, it depends. There's always lust in a woman, whether it's from money and health. There's no such thing as a pure love. You have to be exceedingly high on a brahmacharya state to connect with a divine female entity. No mere female woman have reached that level yet. So let's keep going. Saki Sunny Sildas Features. You only want to tell us that you relapsed, haven't you? And then I replied, well, he has on alien mode, for sure. I can verify that. And then this Andrew P. Salmon says, hold on, I'll just get rid of these. I actually haven't. I'm completely sexually frustrated right now. Okay. Then Juan Morton Montoya says no fat will increase your testosterone, which in turn will make you better looking, make you more financially attractive, successful. Sorry, these pop-ups keep these IMs. Hold on. Which girls find attractive? Okay, so far it's clean and decent conversation. Candy pants, baby image, thinking, confused. Okay. Now I've got the culprit. Adidas Delicrus, I believe. Let me see. From Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. This is where it gets messy. No fab is better oneself is to better oneself life in many aspects, not just to. Here's where it gets really vulgar, saying the F word. You disgust me, sir. And then drain to me. F word again. No, it's a discipline. Well, you certainly didn't have speech discipline there, did you? Then he talks about being cool to dig female guts. Or what about getting your little swear words again? Even this should use asterisk, although it's much less worse than the first two F words here. Are you listening, Adonis? I told you to bleep these words out, and you're not paying attention. Now everyone's going to hear me roast you on YouTube and embarrass yourself. But this is what you wanted. I gave you chance to correct yourself, but you're too proud and stubborn. So this is where you're going to get embarrassed in front of your no-fap peers. Then I responded, hey, no vulgar language when talking about females. I am disgusted with your choice of words. Vulgarity is also a break in NoFap. If you haven't noticed, dirty words equal dirty one equal break in speech. Get those F words, especially the one using to describe sex in a crude and vulgar words off immediately, or I shall report this post to admin. And then angry steaming emoji in the picture. Then we have 19 replies. All this because of Andrew. Then Adonis replies, Sanjay Ramphal, what's your problem, sir? You're not the owner of this group. TF, wrong with you. And Candy Pants gives it a thumbs up. Then I reply, you never use the F word in a sexual way. when describing women's body parts. You should know this. You can indirectly trigger people with your dirty words. Please be respectful. You should know NoFap involves clean speech. You don't hear gentlemen using vulgar words when describing females' body parts, and I don't expect you to either. If you're serious about NoFap, you can watch my videos of how I roast people who use vulgar words to describe women. Then Candy Pant responds with Samuel L. Jackson, surprised face moving sideways. Then he says, bro, he was just explaining. He didn't mean anything else. Sure. Stop acting so perfect. Well, I'm not acting perfect, sir. I'm just saying this was a really bad mistake for him to be using vulgar words. Then he replies to Candy Pants, I ain't hurting my head explaining Sanjay. He knows too much. He have passed a year on Essa. He have his way of behaving. And then he says the same thing. That way he move. Then Andrew says, can't respect anyone who doesn't have a profile picture. Well, sir, can you see me now? This is me. I might not have a profile picture, but I have very high knowledge, and you're judging someone who doesn't have a profile picture might be a master of NoFap and may want to remain anonymous for various reasons. So I hope that's cleared it up. And then I replied to Andrew, well, the person with no pic happens to be a person on 1604 plus days hard mode and doesn't behave in a decent way like Adonis. Let me warn you, I made YouTube video responses about people who use vulgar language, even on NoFap. I don't care if you've got a high streak, a roasted grade like Finney, Money May, who got carried away at a rave and said those disgusting words, and legendary Ice Cold TJ, who recently relapsed. You don't want to upset the legendary Paul Johnson. Then Andrew B. said about fornicating. And then I told him, I have high standards, Mr. Candy Pants. One thing I will not tolerate is vulgar language in this group. Everyone else here is behaving like gentlemen. Don't embarrass the alien mind master by talking about that woman having sex in a crude way. I'm asking him politely to edit his post or he's going to lose my respect. Then he says, seems to me that more likely you're going to lose half of your members before someone makes you lose your respect. if you keep acting that way. No one likes a person who thinks he's above it all. I never said I'm above all. And the conversation goes on. And then Candy Pen says, "Forget him, bro. He's a little loose in the head, it seems." It's best to research and question everything. You know what I mean? I'm just clicking to see the conversation. And then I explain to to Adonis, I'm telling you not to use vulgarity. And then I explain this is done in school by only 12 to 13-year-olds who have poor vocabulary. You will never hear me, a gentleman, describe sex like this. I expect maturity from grown men here. So there's more comments. Louise says, "You do not get superpowers. It is nonsense." No, it is not, Louise. Brahmacharya is real, and the superpowers are real, but it's so rare, very few men can do it and don't get the superpowers. So again, lack of knowledge. Then he says, "This isn't my group, Sanjay Ramphal." Again, the superpowers aren't real. Well, they are, but it's too advanced for your mind to comprehend. Oh, Andrew thinks that this is me. He's totally bewildered, smoking by Sanjay Ramphal. No, that's not me. There are many Sanjays around. Look like you got pranked. Then I reply to Louise. He says, "I can go as long as I want without busting a nut. This isn't a video game, and I'm not afraid of sex." Now, we get to the most intelligent part of the discussion by Noto or Moss. See? Or Moss list. Don't know what nationality that is, but this guy has intelligence. If you don't get this, You are born today and you won't have a happy marriage until 5 decades from now. Yeah, let Sanjay enlighten you with his monk avatar mode. Let's listen to him. I give the mic to him. Yes. Then I replied about what monk brahmacharya mode is and why it is. Then again, this is laughable. Andrew P. Seman telling me sex is meant to be dirty and vulgar between two people who love each other. Maybe that's why that poor woman who shared her story with us lost her husband upon. Is sex to a means to reproduce? Is she boring in bed compared to what he watches online? Those are legitimate questions one must ask themselves. Then I replied, no, completely wrong, sir. Who on earth told you that? For a start, there is no such thing as pure love, or extremely rare. Only a strong relationship with God can be considered pure love in Christ or Allah or Krishna, Godhead. No sex is supposed to be clean, not dirty and vulgar. If you're being dirty and vulgar, this is a clear fail on monk mode or clean speech mode. Please listen and learn from someone who is extremely pure in the name of God. Porn is bad, no doubt, but it's also dirty and vulgar. So please listen. And Andrew P. Salmon says boring with a picture of a boy. I don't find it boring at all. It's like the grapes, the fox who couldn't get the grapes and said they were sour. If you don't understand something above your level, you would view it as boring. You don't want to understand because your brain can't take this deep knowledge. So you just want very limited knowledge. So I think that concludes the Facebook discussion, the video. Disagreeing with respect. I like that. Free speech and discourse is good education. True. Oh, hold on. There's more replies. True. I hope everything gets all right with him. Wow. A lot of emotions here. Thanks, guys. I learned quite some words. And I think that's where the comments end. So, from this one statement, you could see a whole mixture of reactions. And I can't believe This could make one member use some dirty words, which I told him to edit. I don't know why he can't do a simple thing like this. If he can't do it, it means he's being stubborn, disrespectful. He claims this is how he talks. No, sir, you don't talk like that. On a respectful, clean, no-fap forum. I've told people off on the NoFap PMO Central for the same thing in their post. Sometimes in their actual or in the link what they post, not in the comments. So you had better learn from me, and it would be a shame if this one thing spoils a friendship. But I feel it's not too much to ask at all. Everyone who knows me and has respect are trying very hard to self-improve and watch their speech. So, are you going to take note now? I hope so. For me, vulgarity is a break on clean speech. So while you might be at a higher level, I don't know how many days you are on, but for sure you don't get my respect if you're using F words talking about sex. So even if you do have a high streak, which we don't know anyway, you sort of fail on your clean speech. So for sure, alien mode is a big 0 for you. Well, that was it basically. I still don't get why. I can't understand how this discussion could raise such controversy and bad language from one member. But I feel it would be sorted out. Oh, and another thing. Why is this other group, the NoFap Community Challenge, always saying I'm suspended in the group? This is the third time it's happened. Is something wrong with their admin? I don't know how he can do this. For a start, he doesn't tell me what I've done wrong or who reported me. So I get a mess out of the blue. And then I've got to send messages, which is ridiculous. Be honest and confront me and let me know who's reporting in that group, it seems like he wants people not to listen to good serious advice, which is worrying. I'm one of the purest people in that group, so I hope that this issue can be sorted out, as even the moderator knows that I have a purifying effect on him even, and he gave me a love sign for saying to apologize. Yes, when I told him to apologize for saying the F word, and he did, and I said that was nice of you. So I appreciate that, but I am very worried these admins on the community challenge, because it is so unusual that for 4 times, 3 times regularly, and 1 time before, but that was a while ago. So I feel something's not right, and someone is doing something to fiddle and ban me for no reason, because I speak the truth. But it does worry me. All my posts have been beneficial and has wisdom at some level. Not everyone will agree, but it doesn't mean I should stop spreading this message of hard and alien marge. If you don't like it, don't read it, but don't start reporting and silently letting the admin ban me. I'm sure he's sitting down somewhere, and whoever's reporting me, I don't know why. It seems rather petty. At least DM me and tell me what you don't agree with, and let us have a discussion, but don't do it like this. Okay, well, this has been a fairly long and productive video. Oh, and another thing, on my mobile, I don't know how the algorithm came up, but it showed on a different account, I think my dad's, a video on female attraction, and I was a bit surprised, because how did that algorithm come up? I believe it was 9 minutes long, and I had a brief look. I believe it was from psychology students, and saying the best way to develop female attraction But this is not for mere mortal, not myself. You can never be trapped by grace of God into this worldly matter. So, yeah, that was a little strange, but I can handle anything and any video, no matter how explicit, whatever pictures or images. I have divine strength to resist. Well, I better wrap this up and you take note, Adonis, please. Okay, well, yeah, I'll see you later. To all the genuine NoFapers in this group, peace out.